Aging is often understood as something that happens as time passes. Years go by, and the body changes. But time alone does not explain how those changes happen. Two people can be the same age and function very differently. That suggests something else is shaping how the system evolves. What changes over time is not only the body, but how the body responds to what it faces. What if aging is not only about time, but about how the body continues to respond over time? Aging can be understood as a loss of variability. Variability is the ability. Aging can be understood as a loss of variability. Variability is the ability to respond in different ways to what is happening. It means having a range of responses that can adjust to the situation. As it changes, the body is designed to adapt to changing demands. That ability depends on how many different responses are available at any moment. Healthy systems change constantly. Heart rate varies from moment to moment. Breathing adjusts depending on activity and state. Movement shifts based on what is required. Muscle tension increases and decreases throughout the day. This constant variation reflects the system's ability to adapt in real time. These changes are not random. They allow the body to match what is needed in each situation. The more these patterns can change, the more the system can adjust to different demands. Over time, patterns begin to repeat. The same ways of moving, reacting, and doing things become familiar. Getting up the same way, walking the same route, reaching for things the same way becomes automatic. What is used most often becomes easier to access. The system relies more on what it knows and uses less of what is not used. This is how variability can gradually decrease without being noticed. The nervous system is built to learn. It records patterns and uses them again when similar situations appear. Over time, the same situations start triggering the same responses. These responses are chosen in the moment, but from what the system already knows and has practiced over time. Like breathing becoming shallow, muscles tightening, or the body preparing to react the same way it has before. This makes responses faster, but also more predictable and less adaptable. When variability decreases, capacity decreases with it. If fewer responses are available, the system has less flexibility to adjust. Changes that are small can start to feel more demanding. Standing up after sitting for a period of time, turning quickly to look behind you, or adjusting your balance when something shifts can feel harder to manage. The system is working with a smaller range of available responses. Aging is often described as wear over time. Another way to understand it is as a narrowing of possible responses. The system still functions, but within a smaller range. Fewer options are available to adjust to what is happening. In daily life, this can show up as doing things the same way more often, with fewer alternatives available. Getting up the same way every time, reaching for things the same way, taking the same route while driving, or reacting the same way in familiar situations. What changes over time is how many ways the body can respond. Variability is maintained by doing things differently in everyday life. Most routines become automatic over time. The same movements, the same sequences, the same way of doing things. When that happens, the system keeps reinforcing what is already familiar. But when something changes, even in small ways, the brain has to adapt again. Using the other hand to brush your teeth or write, changing part of your morning routine, or learning something new creates that demand. That is what keeps different responses available, instead of narrowing to one pattern. What stays variable stays adaptable. When different responses remain available, the system can continue to adjust to changing demands. Being a creature of habit can be a strength because it makes things efficient, but it can also become a limitation when those same patterns are the only ones available. Adaptability is not fixed. It is maintained through how the system is used. The more variability is preserved, the more capacity remains over time. That is what supports how the system continues to function.